Our next story is about an aircraft maintenance engineering program offered by SIITlive and the SIIT in Saskatoon. We spent time there and found out fixing airplanes and helicopters is an exciting career. Kristen McAdam loves working on engines, but this is no ordinary engine. She's making adjustments on the motor of a helicopter.
It's just different. It's really amazing. It's more exciting. I like it a lot.
Kristen is a second-year student at the Saskatchewan Indian Institute of Technology's Aircraft Maintenance Engineer program. Mechanics is in her blood. Her father works with motors, so when she heard about the course, she knew it was for her, and she highly recommends it.
If you're good with your hands and you like to put things together, this would be an amazing course for you. It's a tough job to get into, but it's well worth it in the end.
There will be a sequence in the manual so that you can get this all done.
The Aircraft Maintenance Engineer program began operating in 2010. It is a 2-year diploma program with world-class instructors and is approved under Transport Canada regulations.
We cover everything: piston engines, turbine engines, propellers, structures, instruments, navigation aids, radios, helicopters, different types of landing gear, wheels, skis, floats, whatever is involved in the aviation industry, we have to teach.
You sure get a lot of hands-on experience here and you learn a lot.
Nathan Jodry is like all students here. He enjoys all the challenges the school has to offer, and Nathan always knew he'd work on some kind of motor.
Mechanics I've always been interested in, but I never wanted to work with cars so much and have to deal with so many different people and types of vehicles. And this, I figured, a nice clean environment to work in, and stringent rules, so it's keeps you on track.
The carburetor itself, the body of it.
But the program isn't all hands-on. Students spend about half their time in the classroom where they use computers, books, and engine parts to help them hone their skills. Every part of an aircraft is examined, interior and exterior, and there's no shortage of learning materials.
A single-engine float plane that was built in the late 40s, fabric-covered, very traditional bush-type aircraft. We also have twin-engine piston aircraft, 2 of which were donated by Northern Air Ops. And we have a large turbine-powered helicopter. If you ever watched Vietnam documentaries or movies about war, this is the type of helicopter that you see in there. And we have found out since obtaining this one that it was actually in Vietnam, so it has combat history.
Naturally, the helicopter is a favorite among most of the students.
The way they work, it's so much more exciting than planes.
When it comes to turbine engines, this is the first time I've really seen one other than in a museum.
23-year-old Tyson Phillip has moved on from the training classroom to the real hangar. He graduated just over a year ago.
The school, they prepared us very well for the job. Like, we had theory and they also had hands-on. So like half the day we were in the hangar doing actual work.
Today, he works full-time with Krios Aviation, where he will apprentice for about 3 years, but never forgetting the school where his passion for planes was encouraged.
I enjoyed the program. It was fun. 2 years it was great. I liked everything that I learned. The helicopter was probably the best part about it.
I can't touch these because they've been torqued.
Aircraft maintenance may not be for everyone, but instructors and students want the public to know that anyone can be a mechanic if they really want to.
There's no requirement that you be Aboriginal. We're open to everyone. We welcome anyone who wants to be an aircraft mechanic to come here.
If you don't have a background, you can learn everything here. The instructors are very good, and there's a lot of hands-on, as you can see in the hangar here. There's engines and aircraft in various states of assembly and disassembly, so you can learn everything here.
And it's not just for men. Kristen McAdam will graduate later this year. And 1 year later, Alicia Moberly will graduate. Alicia picked up a pamphlet on the program early last year and is now a full-time student.
It's a great atmosphere, it's a great environment. I love being out at the airport every day. The curriculum is really well organized. We cover all the basic systems of aviation, of the aviation industry, and the instructors are great, and my classmates are fun.
There aren't a lot of female aircraft mechanics in Canada. Alicia will be one of the few.
Nothing about being a female that has stopped me from doing anything else that the males have done so far. Maybe some heavy lifting, but there's machines for that.
In fact, women's skills go beyond the regular duties of a maintenance engineer.
We had to take off an air filter off the engine, and there's a tiny hole that we had to get our hands in to take the screw, and mine was the only hand that could go in there. So another thing, females, we tend to pay more attention to detail.
To qualify for the aircraft maintenance engineer program, a student needs at least grade 11 with 30-level maths and physics. But once in, it's a career that has a guaranteed employment record, and students can work anywhere.
With aviation, you really can go wherever the aircraft go, so anywhere in the world is a possibility.
Our grads can go and get a job with any company. That's a helicopter or large aircraft, small aircraft. We have to cover all the bases.
Tyson Phillip is proof of the school's success. So are the students who are determined to do the best they can in all areas. And for Bill Wilkinson, who spent most of his life around airplanes, the sky is the limit.
It's always been a part of my life, and I remain, enthusiastic about the aviation industry, and I love the opportunity of passing that on to the new generation, the younger people.
We have more on mechanics in our Blast from the Past and some old-time fiddle music just ahead on Indigenous Circle.